How's it going, Dab Nation? Today we have an unhinged story sent in by a subscriber about this cringy grandma shake kid who floods McDonald's because of the grandma shake. Like, you heard that right. We're not talking about the Grimace shake. We are talking about something called the grandma shake. No, the grandma McFlurry. You don't even get a shake with this one. Like, oh my goodness, guys. I just can't do this. Like, literally, what is going on? Apparently, like, McDonald's over the summer started manufacturing these grandma shakes in an attempt to catch the same hype as the Grimace shake. Like, oh my goodness, that's just pathetic. Like, McDonald's is down bad at this point, bro. Like, nobody wants McDonald's in 2024. They are falling off hard. They fell off harder than Fall Guys over the quarantine, I swear, you guys. But, like, all these kids, they came back to McDonald's after the Grimace shake. So McDonald's thought that to capture the magic again, they should make a grandma shake. Like, a grandma shake. Like, oh my goodness, you guys. How can a shake taste like grandma? That's disgusting. I don't even want to think about it. Like, I don't care if you like the grandma shake. Just do not be crazy like these cringy Gen Alpha kids, bro. Like, these kids be drinking every slop that McDonald's puts on the menu. Like, ew. I don't even want to think about that. Like, these kids be drinking it 28 hours a day, 11 days a week. Like, it's just too much. They physically cannot refrain themselves from drinking these nasty shakes. But anyways, the subscriber, he was just chilling, right? Like, he was just enjoying his summer. His summer had yet to be ruined with the knowledge of what a grandma shake was. So he was just chilling. He was having a sleepover with the gang, you know. Like, he had everyone there. He had the whole class. He had everyone he knew over school. And he was glad to just finally have summer break to actually spend time for himself. But his sleepover was about to be ruined by one party goer. And his name was Greg. Well, his name wasn't actually Greg, because you see, it's a running meme on the channel that I call all of these cringy Gen Alpha kids Greg, because I'm too lazy. I mean, I just think it'd be a funny meme for the channel, you know. But anyways, Greg, he's usually a little unhinged, and this Greg is certainly no exception, because you see, this Greg had gotten arrested last year because he was obsessed with Grimace shakes to the point where it was just all he would drink. Like, it was crazy. He even ended up destroying McDonald's over it. Like, it was wild, dude. And this cringe kid, he was just so feral and so insane because he was always drinking those shakes. But after he got arrested, the Grimace shake got discontinued. And because of that, Greg, he actually started to calm down. He didn't have all that nasty food dyes, seed oils, soylent, all them nasty chemicals, bro. He was actually eating healthy now, because, like, all he really cared about from McDonald's was the Grimace shake. So after that was discontinued, he started actually eating a little bit healthy. So by the time it was getting close to the end of the year, they were like, Greg, he's showing complete signs of recovery. He has not mentioned the Grimace shake in months, bro. Like, you would swear he's just this regular guy who did no wrong. Like, he seems completely chill, bro. And since we all know America's prison system is terrible, and they really didn't want to keep him in there, they were like, okay, I know he destroyed a McDonald's, but I mean, come on, we need to make room for more prisoners. This Greg kid, he's low-key chillin'. I think we can afford to let him free. We can just write him off and say we can discharge him on good behavior. And so, that's exactly what the prison guards did. So when Greg got back, he was just like, okay guys, I served my time, I learned my lesson, bro, let's just be friends and put this whole thing behind us. So low-key, they just kind of went back to having fun again. Like, they were just like, all right, Greg, let's have some sleepovers, some dope parties, you know, all those cool summer activities that I can definitely relate to, you know? You know, like, you could barely even tell Greg was a cringe Grimace Shake kid at one point. That's how much the Grimace Shake mind virus had seemed to clear up. But little did the subscriber know, the virus wasn't gone. It was just dormant. Now, if you've made it this far, comment grandma down below, because it's just always interesting to see how many of you guys make it this far in the story, bro. Like, it's always good to see, like, you know, how many people get this far in the video. Like, tell me, it's always interesting to hear, guys. Like, where do you watch these videos? Do you watch it on, like, McDonald's Wi-Fi? Do you watch it at, like, KFC? I don't know, guys. Like, what's your favorite fast food restaurant, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully it's not McDonald's. Otherwise, you might be a little similar to this cringy kid in the story coming up next. So the gang was just chilling. They were watching some TV. You already know, they were watching like SpongeBob on the TV, you know, as you do in the sleepover, you know, just something to watch in the background while you're like playing games or whatever, you know, like playing some Fortnite on the Switch, having it portable on like your air mattress, bro. Like, it was an exquisite like pillow fort they had going on in there too. Like, they had the full decked out crib, so they didn't really want to leave it. But then, as SpongeBob went on commercials, there was an advertisement for McDonald's. And the advertisement said, "Try our new Grandma McFlurry, only at McDonald's for a limited time." And Greg, when he saw that, he just started shaking violently. Like, all of the Grimace Shake withdrawals were just surging back into him all at once, dude. Like, but Greg, you gotta understand, he was in prison for a year, bro. He had to learn how to blend in. He couldn't just freak out in front of the gang, or they'd try and send him back to the ward or something. So he had to play it cool. So Greg, he sat there, tried to hold it in. He was a little shaky. He was starting to sweat a little bit, but he was just like, hey guys, that ad kind of reminded me. Do you guys want to get some McDonald's? I'm a little hungry. Like, he said it in like almost this constipated voice. But like, low-key, that pillow fort was very hot and sweaty, so it was kind of justified of him sweating and shaking so much. So the subscriber, he was like, alright, I kind of don't want to leave this fort, but at the same time, all we've been drinking is Mountain Dew and like those Walmart frosted cookies, bro. Like, you know what, at this point, nothing can get more unhealthy than that. So sure, let's get McDonald's, why not? So the subscriber's mom took them all to the McDonald's. But at this point, Greg, he was starting to lose his cool. He was starting to freak out a little bit. He was really feeling them withdrawals. And like, under his breath, he was muttering something weird. He was muttering something like, like, what is that song? Why did he hum that the whole car ride? That's the script the subscriber gave me. I'm just reading what he wrote, you guys. Like, oh my goodness, like, what is this? But anyways, despite that, Greg, he managed to lock in and play it cool when they got inside the restaurant. And then it was time for them to walk up to the cashier. And this cashier was just mortified because he instantly remembered this kid from last year. He was just like, oh, hey, good buddy. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Yes, the employee burped too. He did that. I mean, he's not getting paid enough to be good. Anyways, because like the McDonald's never actually banned this kid since he spent so much money on shakes that corporate low-key wanted him to come back, bro. Like, it was wild, dude. So this kid, he just walked up and said again in the same weird song, like, hi, McDonald's. I want a McDonald's meal today. Like, why did he say everything in this weird tune? Like, what? He was already losing it a little bit. But all he had to do was lock in, use his Riz, and just ask for a McFlurry. That's all he had to do. It wasn't that hard, bro. So this kid was completely fumbling the bag. He had no riz. So the subscriber, he had to step in and was just like, alright, Greg, this is enough. I'm just going to order for you. I don't know what's gotten into you. And speaking of riz, this reminds me of my Andrew Tate YouTuber course. Click that link down below to get that W riz, bro. I mean, I've already riz like dozens of W 10 out of 10 gats with this course. Trust me, guys. Everything you need to know about the universe itself is in that description. So click the link below, and you will thank me later after those 14 payments of $25.99. But anyways, let's just get back to the story. I mean, I've clearly already convinced you on buying this YouTuber course. So let's just move on. So the subscriber, he was like, hey, Wagey, I saw that Grandma McFlurry on TV. I'd like to add that to my order as well. To which the employee immediately responded that the machine was broken. Which, seeing as this is at McDonald's, it probably was. But, like, he didn't even check, bro. He was just tired of giving Greg them shakes to the point where he was just immediately gonna turn Greg down, no matter what, bro. So the subscriber, he was just like, alright, bro, we can just get ice cream somewhere else, bro. Like, McDonald's is already kind of an L. Let's just eat somewhere else. But Greg, at this point, the mind virus had already been reactivated in his mind, bro. Like, Greg, he was starting to lose it. Like, he was starting to scream, like, McDonald's! McDonald's! I want to eat at the McDonald's! I just want to eat Grandma McFlurry, but Ouija won't give it to me! Like, everybody was just staring at this cringiest kid, bro. And the subscriber, he started to panic because he remembered what Greg was like during that Grimace Shake days. Like, he was starting to freak out. Like, the Grimace Shake, it was still in this kid's veins, dude. So the subscriber, he just started calling 911 immediately. But it was already too late. Because Greg jumped on the countertop at McDonald's and started running to the kitchen at full speed. And he didn't want to just run to escape the McDonald's. He was running deeper in the McDonald's to jump in a cannonball inside the ice cream machine. And as he cannonballed, he screamed, "Moist cookies!" Like, what is wrong with this kid? What? Okay, I just heard someone scream at me in the hallway whenever I did that moist cookies line. Sorry to the neighbors, but I'm gonna keep going in this story. I want to be as honest and transparent to my viewers of these events that went down, bro. I can't just not scream these lines. But anyways, basically, this kid, he was starting to go swimming in all the ice cream in the machine, bro. Like, ew, he was like swimming in it. Like, he was starting to like blow bubbles in the McFlurry. He was swimming in it. He was treating it like a hot tub, bro. But like, this ice cream machine, it's a McDonald's ice cream machine. And these things break really easily. And this kid, he was swimming all around the wires. He was having no respect for the structure of it whatsoever. He was kicking around the gears. He was like messing around, splashing ice cream all over the electrical circuits, bro. So this machine, it started to malfunction. And it started to print ice cream really, really rapidly all of a sudden. It just started to spew ice cream out of every nook and cranny of that machine, bro. Like, it was starting to go crazy. It was like a sprinkler system, but for the Grandma McFlurry. But like, at this point, this kid was out of his mind, bro. He was just like going blub 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 blub, swimming in the Grandma Shake. I'm swimming in the Grandma Shake. I'm swimming in the Grandma Shake. McDonald's Grandma Shake. PB Glitch Productions. Skibidi Flood on the go chicken nuggets. Like, Gen Alpha is genuinely cooked. This man is losing it. I cannot believe I read that out loud. Like, it's never been more over for Gen Alpha. They are absolutely 100% positively cooked. Like, this machine started flooding the whole McDonald's with the Grandma McFlurry syrup. And when the fire department arrived, the Grandma McFlurry was so sticky that it was impossible to even get in the building, bro. Like, Greg and the subscriber, they were alone in this. The employees, they already dipped the moment they saw Greg. It was mainly just the subscriber and Greg at this point. They were the only ones left in the McDonald's because Greg, like, the subscriber, he was the only one who actually tried to intervene to stop Greg. Everyone else just fled the scene immediately. So the subscriber, he was desperately trying to get Greg out of this stupid ice cream machine. But, like, it was getting way too flooded. Like, he was worried that he might get stuck in the ice cream, bro. Like, that was how bad it was. So since the emergency services couldn't bail the subscriber out, he just decided that Greg was a lost cause, and he needed to find a way out on his own. So the subscriber, he was just looking around for the tallest point inside of the McDonald's because he just needed to get away from the floodwaters at this point, bro. And he looked around and he saw the play place. And he just saw that as his only way out because if he could climb to the top of that play place, he could get to one of the roof tiles and actually escape the building. So he started climbing this play place. He had to crawl through this cramped, dirty, and disgusting McDonald's play place to escape with his life. So after what felt like eternities, the subscriber crawled through nasty ball pits. He crawled through the terribly sweaty jungle gym. He climbed all the way through the blueberry caverns inside of this play place. He crawled past the dirty sock. He climbed for what felt like eternities through this massive play place. And eventually, he reached the top story of the play place. All he had to do was escape the top layer of the jungle gym, and he could take off the roof tiles and escape the McDonald's. Like, the fact that he had to escape through a McDonald's play place should tell you just how grim the situation was at the time. But waiting for the subscriber at the top of the tower was Greg. Because you see, Greg, he was also traveling to the top of the play place because he wanted to intercept the subscriber. And when the subscriber looked at Greg, he said, "Greg, I know you're better than this. You were my friend for years. We had so many good memories together. And all you want to do is throw it away over a stupid McDonald's Grandma Shake. Like, bro, I know you're better than this. Please, please." But Greg, he didn't listen to a word. He didn't want there to be any witnesses of what he had just done. So he pulled something that he was hiding behind his back the whole time. It was nothing other than the Grandma Shake! Greg simply grabbed his shake and said, "You could have stopped it," in his creepy old grandma voice, before shoving the drink into the subscriber's face to blind him. And the subscriber, he was just blinded. He could not do anything. The Grandma Shake had basically sealed his eyes shut. He was trying to flail his way, trying to desperately escape the play place. But Greg, he didn't want any witnesses, so he took the subscriber. And, like, mind you, Greg was in prison for about a year, so he was extremely buff. So all he had to do was just grab the subscriber and throw him off of the play place on to the disgusting Grandma McFlurry covered floor below. Now, if you've made it this far, be sure to follow my Instagram in the comments down below. Like, bro, I basically vlog my whole life on there, bro. Like, my most recent post is of me using the bathroom at a gas station, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, before that, I even posted, like, me eating my breakfast, bro. Like, I literally filmed every single second, every single millisecond of my life on there. You need to give me likes and send me story times on there immediately. The link, as always, is down below. But anyways, let's get back to the story. For the subscriber, it seemed all hope was lost. The west was falling, and so was he. That was, until he felt someone grab his arm. And when he cleared his vision, he saw none other than Ronald McDonald's! Like, what? What is Ronald McDonald here? Well, apparently, they were going to have an event where this guy in a Ronald McDonald suit would do charity for like the Ronald McDonald's house using the grandma shake, because there's like the grandma shake's grand release day, and the subscriber, he was just like stuck in this shake, but Ronald McDonald actually rescued this kid, bro. Like, what a goat. Like, this Ronald McDonald, he does charity. He spends all day in that sweaty Ronald McDonald suit, and he even had the time to save the subscriber. Like, what a hero. What a goat. What a Sigma right there. So the subscriber, he got out, and the crowd just congratulated him. They said that it was so good that the subscriber called 911 in time, and that he was able to control Greg until the cops came. Because all of that unfiltered grandma shake actually started filling out of the McDonald's and was starting to contaminate the water supply. So the fire department ultimately made the decision that the building was a biohazard and had to be destroyed by demolition. So everyone in the crowd decided that the subscriber was so noble for helping to get everyone out of the McDonald's that they decided to give him the honors of blowing up the McDonald's so he could be considered the hero that saved the town. But the subscriber, he had hesitations. He saw the scene where Greg was gloating over his shakes in the increasingly sinking place. He couldn't help but feel sad. He remembered that Greg had been his friend for years, and as he looked at Greg, he remembered all of the good times they had together. All of the sleepovers, all of the games on Fortnite. Was it really worth throwing away just over one grandma shake freak out? But he saw what had become of Greg. Greg was not the same kid he was years ago. He had simply become too consumed by this mind virus. He put the grandma shake, the grimace shake, every kind of McDonald's shake in front of his own friends' livelihoods. He had endangered everyone over the grandma shake. The subscriber was fine if it only interfered with him, but it was hurting everyone. Nobody wanted to be around Greg. Greg was becoming a serious problem for everyone involved. And the subscriber, he took one last look at Greg, and he decided it had to be done. And so, he blew up the McDonald's with Greg inside of it! Like, oh my goodness, guys, this story is actually unhinged. Like, bro, that's crazy! But the subscriber looked at Greg in the eyes one last time and saw the regret and fear in Greg's eyes. He saw that there was still perhaps a glimmer of humanity left in Greg. And ultimately, that decision was what haunted the subscriber to this day. He realized his truest mistake. He had failed to follow his gut instinct. Anyways, guys, the moral of this story, you should always check if your friends are okay, because you never know what they could be going through, and you do not want to apologize when it's too late. Anyways, guys, that's going to be all for this week's story time. Thanks, and see ya!